Hello, everyone. Welcome to Snack Break Club. I'm Bog Drakenov, and I'm joined by Zero Consistency and a special guest today, Bentley Michaels, who you may know as the voice of Frank in House Party.
Woo! Welcome, Bentley.
What's up, dudes? How you doing?
Love it.
Right.
That voice never gets old, man.
Oh,
you
my
are
God.
a gem. I'm sure if you've been watching the episode so far, I have made multiple comments onto what a treasure you are to this game.
It's weird the love that people have for Frank. You know?
I know, he's such a party pooper, and yet he's everyone's favorite.
No, you see, that's the thing. He's completely... I don't know if altruistic is the right word for it, but he just is like a defining element to the cacophony that is this game.
All right, so
Yeah,
let's...
I've seen the Game Grumps footage, so like I kind of like know this menu or whatever, but like in general, I've never played the game, and they've never told me the House Party folks that at Eat Games, like they've never told me anything about the game specifically, other than like I think I got the gig back in 2016 is when like we first started this, and it was like late 2016, maybe early 2017, and they were just like, you want like an East Coast tough guy, kind of like an amalgamation, like this guy, you know, he doesn't drink, he's sort of like the chaperone of the party, like self-appointed chaperone of the party, and like he'll beat the fuck out of you if you drink alcohol. And then like I looked at the script or whatever, like sort of like, you know, East Coast tough guy, East Coast, you know, whatever. And then I was watching Sopranos a lot at the time, and it was like, you know, so, you know, got that sort of like that dead tongue kind of fucking. And then I was noticing like all the lines said dude a lot. I was like, and I've never seen Breaking Bad except for I think maybe like 1 or 2 episodes, but I know Jesse Pinkman guy, he says dude a lot, so I was like, oh dude. So it's like I put that little that extra rasp in the voice. I was like, what's up, dude? How you doing? Like, what the fuck? You drinking? You better not be fucking drinking. And it just sort of became this weird amalgamation of like all of those elements or whatever. And even now, like when I see the game like online or whatever, you know, and like I hear clips, I can tell which era of Frank it is. I'm like, oh, that's like first or second session, that's third or fourth session, because my voice, not unlike, you know, not to compare myself, but not unlike Homer or like the Family Guy voices, like you notice from first season to now season how different their voices are, and like I can definitely tell. I have to like go back actually online whenever I get sent lines or whatever for Frank. I have to go back online and listen to like an older thing, so at least I'm sort of playing in the same ballpark, because otherwise it'll just change and be super, super weird for me. Like it's like I tried recording something the last session that I had with him a couple months ago. He's like, I am not sounding correct. And so like I went online, I just looked at the Game Grumps thing and I listened to it where they walked up to him like, how's it going, dude? I was like, oh, how's it going, dude? Okay, there it is. There's the voice. Yeah. And so then I started recording or whatever.
Oh, nice.
That is a
Also,
real cool kick behind
this
the
is the
curtain.
first time I will be, quote unquote, playing the game. I've never played it, never actually seen it played live. I've only seen like the Game Grumps sort of like walkthrough stuff. So this will be interesting. Like I found out that my favorite thing where like, you know, I think you guys there's a point in the game where I believe it's in the first, you know, launch of the game. I believe it's called, what you guys called it is Earn Frank's Love.
Yeah.
There he is.
And where Frank takes you out behind the house and sucks your dick. And
Of course, because that's the first thing they made me do. My first time playing the game. And
well, like I had no idea that was a part of the game, because I just get the lines. And I get like the five. They're like, you know, it's like, XJ1 underscore 003 or whatever it is. You know, like label it this, that sort of thing.
What my parents look like.
Oh God, it's so loud.
Oh, is it too loud?
I could try and adjust the audio levels.
who are you managing? But it's like, but like I never, I didn't know that it was that. And so like, there's that line like right after he does it or whatever, where he's like, he's like, you're a really nice person, but I didn't want to, I'm not really looking for anything right now or whatever it is. And I was like, who knew that line came after I sucked some dude's dick? Like, I thought Frank was like being like a nice dude letting a gal down at a party or whatever, like.
So you recorded these kind of in like a black box, not really understanding what the context was going to be?
Yeah, the first set of lines or the first couple set of lines I did, and then maybe even like the first.
Glad you could make it. Just a fair
bit
of warning. My friends
it's so loud.
I'm gonna get up and try and fix
Tweak
that.
the level a little bit. So I figured since Bog has me at the helm and you're the guest who's never actually seen this live, I'm going to let you direct me. You tell me what you want me to do, and I'm going to go through it.
Oh, gosh.
It's after he fixes the level.
I dropped the game volume from like 10% to 2% going to Discord, so hopefully that works out.
It's been a rough week. I was looking forward
Yeah,
to
no,
hanging
that
with
sounds
you.
better.
All right,
Great. As a Mac user, we're using a piece of software called Loopback by Rogue Amoeba, which is like a virtual audio cable software to make all this work.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing is that like, I'm a Mac user as well, and I know they're not out there for Mac yet. But what's the piece of software? Just so like I can point people to it because.
Oh yeah,
people ask me on Twitter sometimes, and I was like, I don't know, man. I talk into a microphone. Like I don't know what you're doing.
It's not worth getting into right now. Let's just relax and enjoy ourselves.
Yeah, I use a lot of Rogue Amoeba's software. I love the company name first of all. Rogue Amoeba is just it's just fantastic. And they make virtual audio recording software.
This looks so like I can see like why to a certain degree like they've been, I suppose, I don't know what you call it, like beta, quote unquote beta testing it for like the last 4 years, 5 years, something like that. Like, because I remember seeing the first stuff of House Party and I was like, oh, it's like an adult version of The Sims. This is way fucking better. Like lots of great color and shadowing and like, this is so much cooler than, like 4 or 5 years ago or whatever. Like, but what's so weird is that it's the same set. It's like the Scream movies. Like whenever they do like the meta thing and they show the set of the house from the first movie and now they're making a movie on it or whatever.
Oh yeah, we actually just recorded about an hour and a half ago our Halloween special, which. This is probably going to air a day or two after that. It's a zombie Santa game that takes place in the same house. They used like the same game assets for their game. So I thought that would be like a nice surprise. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is like a sort of like a pre-built thing that you can just download or something?
Yeah, it's like a generic asset for the Unity game engine. It's called like High Quality Residence or something.
Oh, look at me. I have hair.
Oh, wow. Yeah, look at that.
Yes, I'm a player.
Hey, look at me. I'm Tom Holland. Hey, hello there. I'm Spider-Man. This is very fun.
Oh, my God. It is Tom Holland.
It really does look like him.
Wow. How did we not put that together?
That's just...
Zendaya,
we needed the great Bentley here to get that for us.
Oh, now we've got some pills. Oh, man. Now the party begins.
So we should figure out if we want to do a mission. I'm trying to remember. There's a good one where you have to deal with Leia, Frank's associate, and a snake, which leads to one of my favorite lines in the entire game.
Should I go do that?
A lot of those are probably improvised as well because, like, I go through and it's like I'll do like 1 or 2 takes depending on how long the line is. And I'll do like 1 or 2 takes based off of like whatever direction they give me. But then I'm like, yeah, but also like, let's go crazy. And so then it's like, then I just go into like Frankie Town and just like, I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Oh, we got some snakes? I love snakes. Let me tell you about snakes. Like my favorite thing is like, my favorite thing to do is like take something where I think it's supposed to be like a big yelled line and get like super low and serious with it. And so like I was working with this video game company recently, and my audio engineer, he was like, "Hey man, like, do you have you ever done other video game stuff?" And I was like, "Yeah. Have you ever heard of this game called House Party?" He goes, "Dude, that game's fucked up." And I'm Frank in that. He goes, "Get the fuck out of here." And I'm like, "Yeah, man." And so then, like, you know, he hit me up on Facebook Messenger. He sent me this. He goes, "What's the deal with this?" And it was like this thing where, like, one of the female characters, like, they get really big boobs, and then they get like, and then another one gets like really big hands, and they can just like slap the shit out of you or something like that.
Oh
And
yeah.
Oh, do
and
tell.
so like they slap the shit out of Frank, and then it goes into this thing of like, "Oh, whoa, hey, please don't hate me. Like, I'm Bentley Michaels. I'm the voiceover actor who does Frank." And there was like this whole weird like breaking the fourth wall like thing, and I was like, I don't even remember recording that. That is insanity.
I remember that. It's one of the guest stars that they added to the game.
Yeah.
Ends up
was it Letty,
befriending
maybe?
Rachel, who seems to be
Oh,
aware
Rachel.
the entire time she's in the game. And then
Okay.
they realize they can take control of the game, and just they go nuts. Like they turn the cheats on or something.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, they put on hand slapper mode from fucking Goldeneye and shit.
Yeah.
How the heck did they even get that in there? Or is that just something that's available in a Unity engine?
What? Oh no,
The
the
slapper.
the characters. It's all a scripted event.
Yeah, it's all part of the game, but
Oh,
I don't remember recording it. Like, and sometimes like I'll see clips online, or like somebody will tag me in something occasionally, and I'll just be like, and I don't remember any of this. But like the snake thing, I gotta tell you, I am super into that. So like, I mean, I'm sure there's walkthroughs and like finding stuff. So like, I don't know how to do any of this stuff.
Yeah,
Like I
I'm trying to
said,
find a
like I'm
walkthrough now.
like in a box. I just like, and hey, secret's out, folks. I just got a new script yesterday in the mail from them.
Oh.
Exclusive.
I just got new Frankie stuff. So like, and again, it's just like, it's like 3 pages of lines with numbers next to each line. And the numbers are the things that I have to label all the files as. So like, I have no context for the shit that I'm saying. So like, you know, they're talking about Frankie's Fuck Palace, of course, you know, the strip club he wants to open.
Oh, that's
and, like,
amazing.
And like, but that's already in the game at some point. Like, that's already in here. Like, I think it's during the snake mission he's talking about Frankie's Fuck Palace, but then like he's like, "What? There's a fucking snake on the roof, dude? Okay, fuck it." Like, and like he fights a python or something on the roof. Like, I've seen some images of it, but I would love to see that fucking storyline. Like, so if you, I know there's walkthroughs and like, you know, shit online, so if you guys can find it, dude, I am so down to just like watch you guys play and give commentary as we go along or whatever, because like,
Oh yeah. That would be
I'm
great.
shitty at video games. Like the last video game I bought was the Spider-Man video game. I went out and bought a PS4 to play the Spider-Man video game in like 2018 or something like that, 2019. And that's the last video game that I bought, except for the Miles Morales, like, you know, like, also this story, straight from A Christmas Story, like this fridge or whatever, like how old is that fucking fridge?
Looks like something out of the 50s.
Speaking of which, I've been listening to some episodes here and there of your Christmas Story podcast.
Oh yeah, what do you think?
Oh, it's hilarious. I was wondering, like, how do you stretch a minute into 15 minutes? And as I listened to a couple of episodes, I'm like, oh wow, this is amazing. So this
Oh,
is
it's super easy, man, especially for a guy that likes to talk. Like,
yeah. I've been working
That's
from
always
home.
I've
my
just been
thing,
letting
like,
you go,
whenever
and
I'm-
that's why I'm kind of just walking around the house
Yeah.
being a bit of a kleptomaniac. Because I haven't
Yeah.
really gotten a direction on how to even proceed.
I've
Just
been
letting
working
things
from
organically
home
happen.
since this pandemic began. So my one
Yeah.
escape from my home office is to go get a burrito for lunch. So now this is the perfect episode length of something to fill the 15 minutes round trip I'm in the car every day.
Oh, awesome, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's for those of you who don't know, I have a podcast. It's called A Christmas Story Minute, in which I break down the movie A Christmas Story 1 minute at a time. It's anchor.fm/A Christmas Story, or you can go on Spotify, iTunes, wherever it is. Spotify actually, like, because Anchor is a subsidiary of Spotify, they allow me to do like these Q&As and like this stuff. So like if you're a Spotify listener, starting I think at week 6 or week 7, like I'm starting to ask a question every week that is based off of something in the movie. Like, did you stick your tongue? Did you guys ever like try the tongue thing where like you stuck your to see if it would stick, like anything frozen?
Oh yeah, of course.
Wow. What
Yeah.
kid hasn't?
Just
Yeah,
probably the
I
swing
tried it
set
to,
outside as a kid.
I'm curious to know
I
how
did it
he's
to
gonna stretch
I
that
did
into
to
an
a freezer
episode
we
length.
had in our garage,
Oh no.
and like it stuck, and I stood back and like it stuck just like that, and like I was kind of pulling on it, and there was 5 seconds of me that was like, oh shit, I guess I live in the garage now, and I was like, hey dummy, just breathe on it and it's gonna melt the ice.
Yeah, the little kid in that movie didn't get that message.
Yeah, I was actually kind of
actually,
disappointed it
they-
didn't stick.
They cut a hole in that pole, and they had a vacuum behind it, and that's how they did that shot.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that's why like when he's pulling back and all that sort of stuff, and like his tongue is like, you can see it's not actually stuck. I mean, it's stuck, but it's because of suction rather than coldness.
All right, so let's see. I'm
Yeah,
finding
well, I think it's a little.
Which also
safer.
sounds like a fucking sounds like a line from this game. It's suction, not coldness, dude. Like fuck.
I'm finding the walkthrough here. So let's see. I think we have to start off. Let's go meet Leia and meet Ashley and be nice to both of them.
All right. There's Derek, who just came out of the paint room for some reason.
Yeah, they all wander around now.
Organic yet awkward. All right, there's Madison. Okay, I've played this enough to actually know who people are. Great.
I have almost every achievement in this game now.
That's Rachel, Stephanie, and Amy.
Ouch! Oh, I stubbed my toe. How come it's always the worst freaking pain in the world? Oh, hurts like Dickens.
Oh, Amy, I totally feel you. That's the worst. You know, a good way to get over a stubbed toe is to take any basic painkiller and crush them up into a fine powder. Mix that with any horse tranquilizer.
Yes, let's
you might
just
have laying
use
around,
drugs
and
to
throw
get
that
rid of
powder through
any
a
and
roll
all
of
pain.
but make sure
And
it's
as many
washed
drugs as
plenty.
possible.
After that, you won't remember the pain. Or the rest of the night.
All right.
Thanks,
Yeah, let's just
Stephanie.
skip through this because
I'll
we're
do
not going to
just
do the
that.
whole
Well, you
Stephanie
should look for friends.
doctor quest.
I didn't even mean to do that. I just
Yeah,
kinda
it
got
triggers on
sucked
its own,
into
so
it.
you can ask them questions.
All right, so you want me to
Yes.
nice up
God, how I
to
love my darling
Ashley,
sister.
right?
Yep.
Okay.
And I think we also have to be nice to
Hi,
Catherine
I'm
a little
Ashley.
bit in order
I'm
for her to
Madison's
give us the
sister.
key.
Nice
Okay.
to meet you.
I grabbed a couple of keys. Let me see.
Yeah, ask her if she's the co-host.
Well, I doubt Madison would ever call me that. But I do live here too, so call it what you want. You're
Co-host
sweet.
it is.
I'm here if you have any questions about the crowd, including yours truly. As co-host of this evening, I'd be super bummed if you felt left out or whatever.
Aw, I think this would make her happy. Tell me about the guests of the evening.
Yep.
We've got all sorts here. I can't lie, most of these folks are Madison's friends. But they've taken me into their group too.
And
which I'm sure
Patrick's just
Madison
gonna walk
just
through me.
hates. But yeah, like everyone's pretty cool. Except for Frank.
Oh, that's harsh.
Tell me
Well,
more.
like, I don't know who you've met and who you haven't. There's
How far up do I
Stephanie,
need to get the
Catherine,
bar in order
Rachel,
to
Amy.
proceed?
These are all people that
I
Madison knows
think
through
this
school.
is enough
Patrick's our
because we don't
cousin,
actually need
which
to
is
be her
pretty much the
friend. We're
only
actually going to
reason
be
he's here.
mean
And
to
Frank,
her.
who's got no reason to be. I love to hear that. Like he's
Okay.
So let's go find Catherine. Be nice, introduce ourselves to her. Say the things that are necessary to get her to not absolutely despise us from the get-go.
Right.
And then you need to go inspect the bike lock, locking that closet in Ashley's room.
All right.
Did you need
Second.
something?
I feel like the world.
So,
Okay,
Bentley,
that
you've
was
watched
actually
the Game
slightly
Grumps play through
philosophical.
this?
You might actually have a brain hiding in there somewhere. Yeah, it's my boyfriend. He's supposed to
Did
meet
we
me
lose
here,
Bentley?
but he's being a dick.
We dropped out of Discord.
Oh. Oh, that makes sense. I wondered why he got quiet.
Oh no.
Ah.
That's actually kind of sweet. I wish he felt the same way.
Sent him a message.
All right. You feeling like a snack there, my buddy? I think my tummy's rumbling, so we might take a bit.
Yep. let's take a quick snack break while we debug this.
Yeah, and we get Frank back on the line.